Welcome, everybody,
Hello.
to part two. Laura and I are both so excited for part two of today's episode because we're going to build on what we learned on the stars and what we learned last week about the letters into how we can do even more for a practical use of the Hebrew letters and the 72 names of God. So we're really excited to kind of walk you through some more practical information. This one will be a little bit shorter than those part twos have been because the part one was a little bit longer today.
Yeah, the idea is to remember why we want to connect with the letters. The letters give us this opportunity to connect with the spiritual world, to connect with our higher self. And when we light a letter, when we activate a letter, we are letting ourself, our higher self, know um, what we are trying to manifest, what are we working with here on earth. So it's in a way creating a channel of communication with our higher self and letting spirit know what we are experiencing here, where we need support. And as this energy comes through us, once we ask, is always sent in a form of energy. So the energy creates changes within ourselves, within our energetic self, and of course within our environment.
So, last week we went through the different letters in each one of them and their meaning. And so there's a little bit of recap because we had mentioned the mother letters, but then getting into the doubles is going to be an interesting tie to what we were learning about the stars. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, these 22 energies we can divide it into three groups. And the first group will be the mother letters. And the mother letters are Aleph, Mem, and Shin. Um, these are the letters, or these are the energies that define our reality. If you can imagine a beam of light coming from above and below, that is the energy of Aleph. Then we have the energy of Mem coming from left and right, and then the energy of Shin coming from front and back. So these three energies create this cube, which is what forms our reality. And these six rays are reconnected in our heart center. So from our heart also, we share and we manifest our own reality through the letters Aleph, Mem, and Shin. Okay, so then we have the double letters. Oh, I'm sorry. The mother letters are associated with the elements. Aleph with air, Mem with water, and Shin with fire. And now, this part here has a little bit of controversy because when from the old books, when we got these old books interpreting the letters and connecting the letters with planets, we did not know Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. So we have three letters here and we have three new planets that was discovered since then. Some of the books will show this connection, which is what resonates with me because Mem is associated with water, therefore connected with the planet Neptune. Um, Aleph with Uranus and Shin with Pluto. Um, Not all the books agree with this connection, and not all the books will tell you that these letters can be associated with planets. But I feel that they work, and I feel that I can connect with the planets through the letters, so that's what I'm sharing. Now, the next ones, the double letters, um, these are pretty much everyone in agreement. The 7 double letters are letters that have 2 sounds. For example, Beth can be Beth and can be Beth. So that's what they call double. They all can be pronounced with 2 different sounds. And the 7 double letters are associated with the 7 planets. Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury, and the Moon. And I'm really hoping that if you're watching this on your iPhone, you maybe can take like a screenshot so that way you can have these connections, because we can bring this information back to what we were talking with astrology. When we have the interaction of a planet, when we have a planet creating a situation in our lives, we can meditate on the letter that correspond to the planet to easy a little bit, to ease to be able to understand this flow of the energy, to be able to work with this energy. For example, Saturn. Saturn, I love Saturn, but Saturn can be a little bit complicated just because it's forcing you to have a commitment, to create a structure, to create something step by step with a lot of responsibility. It's kind of putting you in a situation where you have to become a master in something. And that sometimes doesn't come easy. So, what happens is you can activate Beth and work with Beth to understand and align with the energy of Saturn. So, Beth can manipulate the energy that generates Saturn that is affecting our reality. Does that make sense, Henry? Do you want to add something to it?
No, I think it really does make sense. And I think this is where some of the practical application of we're talking about the planets in the first part, and then in the second part, we can use that energy if we're feeling a particular way, or we might want to boost, as I said earlier today about Mars, or so there's a lot, it's starting to tie them together, which I like a lot.
So, for example, we're talking Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde makes you go within and figure things out and rethink things. You have Resh. You have Resh to meditate Resh. And that way, understand the lessons of Mercury and understand why Mercury is presenting the things that is showing in your life. What is the meaning? What you need to get in order to overcome that obstacle and grow from that challenge. So here is how you work. You find um, you find not the problem, but you find the situation. You understand what is being presented in front of you. And then in order to analyze what to do with the situation, then you connect with the letters and you get insights and wisdoms from the letter. And also you get help from the letters. Okay, so
We
here
don't
you
want that. It's great.
Mhm. Here you have the 7 letters that are associated with the 7 planets, and each planet rules one day of the week. So the best day to work with Saturn will be Saturday, and here you have all the connections. So then you have 12 letters that are um, simple letters because they have one sound. And each letter is associated with one zodiac sign. Now, right now, we are navigating Aquarius. So we are in the energy of Sati. And we were also talking this morning how much energy we have in Aquarius right now. So if you want to work with Saturn in Aquarius, which is one of the things that are happening now, you can visualize and you can meditate with the letter Sati that corresponds to the month of Aquarius and the letter Bet that works with Saturn. So you meditate 2 letters to understand the situation Saturn in Aquarius. And that's when you start creating your own codes. It's like you allow your intuition to guide you, and I think it's some kind of intuitive things, what you form with the letters. And sometimes you feel like you want to create one connection and you feel like there is another letter that is yelling at you. So always go with the instinct. But by combining letters is that you start feeling comfortable with your spiritual connection, and also to understand how the planetary energies are influencing you.
I think what's really interesting is that you can form your own relationship with the letters, and all you need to do is meditate on it, and you'll kind of figure out what that relationship is. But you're giving us a good start here to play with different parts of it.
Yeah, it's kind of impossible to tell you all the combinations, because
Right.
you have all the planets that usually navigate through all the zodiac signs. One thing that I always do, and I'm gonna do tomorrow when we have the new moon, is activating Tav. So I activate the new moon. I activate Tav, which is calling for the energy of the moon in Aquarius. So for me tomorrow, I'm going to meditate Sadi Tav, because it's the activation of the new moon in Aquarius. And I want to be able to flow through that energy to get the best of these next 4 weeks. I want to be able to understand the lessons of the next 4 weeks. I want to be able to um, learn the flow and catch any opportunity or any message that is being presented to me. So Tav represents the moon, Aquarius is the month. I meditate these two together.
That's awesome. And it'll help you. So new moons and new energies, it can help you navigate it. So
Yeah, you could
give it a
also
try.
combine because it's a new moon, it's the sun and the moon working together. You can combine Tav with half. And in that way, you instead of connecting moon and the month, you are connecting sun and moon together, and see what this new energy that is being planted tomorrow is going to bring to your life. So
Wonderful.
that's when
And
you
just
get creative.
yeah. And just what I like about that is just ask and see what you feel.
You
Perfect.
might only want to activate moon Tav, and that would be perfect for you. So it's just um, trusting your intuition. But you have tools. These are the tools that can help you navigate and manipulate a little bit what's happening in your physical experience.
As we said last time with the letters, you can use them to, so, and we're going to maybe look at a couple of the 72 names of God. And if you look at those as just examples of like what we talked about with the cheat codes, it's a start to say, I'm going to put my focus on healing, on abundance, on getting things done. So there's, releasing ego. There's a lot of things you can do with the cheat codes, and it allows you to focus to get that thing kind of accomplished for you.
Yeah, this was connecting the letters with the planets and the zodiac signs. But in the previous episode, we talked about the specific energy of each letter. So for healing, you have Beth, healing of the physical body. So you can go back to, you can watch again the previous episode, and each letter has its own energy. So that's another way to look at letters. Okay, so now we're going to start with what I know you are very excited, which is the 72 names of God. And this is the cheat codes that Henry has mentioned. I want to explain my understanding of where the codes came. Um, these are um, from the Exodus verses 14:19 to 14:21. Each verse have 72 letters, and they form the codes by using one letter of each verse. So the first code comes from combining the first letter from the first verse, the last letter from the second verse, and the first letter from the third verse. So the first code that we have for removing karma and rebirth is Vav, Hey, Vav. And this is where the code comes. The second code is Yad, Lamed, Yad. Second letter here, second from the last here, and second letter from the third verse. This will be in a way, the explanation of where the 72 codes come. Doesn't change. For me, it's just an explanation. I work more with feeling the connection with the codes, but I just wanted to mention where they're coming from.
I think it's great. It just shows that it's based in history, and there's a method to it, but it's still, you ultimately end up working with the codes and the energy, and you kind of get to feel it yourself.
Mm-hmm. And here we have the list of the 72 codes. The first thing that I want to mention is sometimes you go into the list with an intention of, this is the code that I want to work with, because you have a definition for each code, right? So for me was, I want abundance. So I start looking for all the codes related to abundance. And the thing is, I couldn't find them. I knew they were there because I was sharing this code for others and give it to others. But when it was time to work with the codes for myself, I couldn't find them. But always removing chaos was coming to my mind. So, and always it was like the brightest codes, removing chaos. That for me was a clear message that my higher self was not that concerned with my financial situation, but wanted first for me to remove chaos from my life in order to have an open mind and a peaceful mind, and then be able to face other things. What I want to share is that sometimes your ego mind goes with one intention, but there is something beyond that will guide you to connect with another code first. And if I can share an advice, I would say always follow the guidance from your higher self. Your higher self might probably know that in order to fix your financial situation, you have to fix and remove chaos from your life. So go with that flow, go with that feeling within. Okay. Henry, there's anything you would like to add? I don't
No,
know
I
how
think
your
that's great.
experience is with the codes, because I know you have your favorites.
Yeah. I do 9 pretty much every day, and then and flip around. I probably say the one that I do the second most is 5 on healing, because it feels like I'm just drawn to healing,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like even the opportunities to heal my own physical vessel is important to do it. So that's how I look at it.
Okay. Um, well, here is the list of the codes, and we're starting with Vav Hey Vav, which is erases the past, work with karma, and is the return to that state of being pure and divine. I don't know if you want me to go code by code, or you want to take over, Henry, and explain.
Well, I was thinking, like, maybe do an example of using a code.
Okay, like a
Uh,
meditation example.
yeah, like a meditation example, and then let's let people feel it, and then we can tell them where to find the list.
Okay, so in case we have a problems uploading the list, I just want to go over, and you can do a screenshot here. You have codes from 1 to 11, and then let me just bring, here you have 19 to 40, up to 62, and these are the last ones, 63 to 72. So in case we cannot show the PDF, you can get the information here for the codes. How about if we do number 41? Is one of my favorites. Yeah, priestly blessings for wellness and spiritual wholeness.
I
It
like this one. This was, I think, the first one we ever did, and
it's
it
a
was,
very gentle one.
yeah, yeah.
It's really a code that can bring you into this field, this spiritual field, um, when you are still not used to the spiritual connection. It's very gentle, and it only adjusts within you what you are ready to adjust. It's not forcing you to step out of your comfort zone. So it's a very, very gentle code. Okay, then. So we are going to do a guided meditation. The steps for the guided meditation, we have it in previous episodes too. I think it was our second episode. And we have that specified step by step. So let me just open space. This is something that I do that I feel it's part of my routine. And now we're going to bring awareness to our breathing. So I invite you to breathe in and exhale. Breathe in, exhale, and one more time, take a deep breath and slowly exhale. Now visualize a 6-point star, color gold, in front of you and step inside. You are activating your energetic self now. Take a deep breath and exhale. Let's call for the presence of Archangel Metatron and Archangel Sandalphon. We are asking for their protection, their love, and their guidance. Our intention for today's meditation is to feel our spiritual connection with the divine, to feel the connection with our soul, to understand deep within us that we are light, that we are love. And now visualize another 6-point star coming your way and now setting in front of you. And in the star, inside the star, visualize a letter Hey, color white, and now with your intention, light it up. Move to the left and bring another letter Hey, color white, light it up. And to the left again, Hey, color white, and light it up. Now you have 3 flames, 3 Heys activated. Let's combine these 3 flames into one master flame that is specifically called for the energy of spiritual connection. We are activating Hey, Hey, Hey. And now notice the energy of this flame rising up, reaching the top of that star in front of you. And the energy from that star comes to the top of your star. Now feel this energy now descending within your star and reaching the top of your head. And now Hey, Hey, Hey is coming into your mind. Breathe in and allow this light, this divine wisdom to open your mind, to remove, to transform into light any thought that is less than loving, Allow the energy of hey, hey, hey to illuminate your mind. And now feel this energy descending into your heart. And allow hey, hey, hey to purify your emotions, your feelings. Take a deep breath. Feel this light cleansing and purifying your heart. And now see and feel your heart illuminated. And now the energy of hey, hey, hey descends into your liver. And feel the power of hey, hey, hey transforming your physical experience, your physical life, transforming your reality to create the situations in your life for you to feel connected to your higher self. Allow this energy to generate the changes that you need in physicality. And now feel and see your liver illuminated. Now the energy of hey, hey, hey moves up to your heart, up to your mind, down to your heart, up to your mind, heart, mind, heart, mind, heart, mind. Take a deep breath and send this energy through the back of your head to bathe your aura. And now feel this light cleansing and purifying your aura, your energetic self, bringing the transformations in yourself that you need to feel deep, deep, deep connection with your soul, to understand this alignment, to understand the messages that you receive from your higher self. Feel this purification happening within you and around you. And now take a deep breath and bring all this energy into your third eye. And from your third eye, send a beam of light with the energy of hey, hey, hey to illuminate someone in your life that you love. And visualize that person within a ball of light. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. One more time, take a deep breath and slowly exhale. And when you feel ready, open your eyes. And here we are.
That was great. And I think the visualization is so, key to it. And you kind of see it the way you want to see it or how your brain fixes it.
Mhm.
I think we said this a couple episodes ago, but there's no wrong way to do it. It's just, just the practice of starting to work it. You'll find that in 2 or 3 days, you start to feel the feeling differently, and you're getting your body used to this as a process to start to meditate and
Mhm.
focus yourself.
And it's very
And
quick. It can last. You can make it in less than 5 minutes. So
yeah,
it's something that even when you are, parked your car. You give yourself 5 minutes and as a gift for yourself, and then take that time to seek that connection, and to
Yeah.
receive divine light.
It feels great when you do it. And as we said before, it gives you a chance to get that energy focused. And I think in some of the next episodes, there's just so much more we can, you know, tell you about this. But there's a part of using the codes during certain times or for certain reasons, I think. And so we'll try during different episodes to really use a code that we think matters for today. Maybe there's something going on in the world, or maybe there's something that needs to be overcome astrologically or something like that. So we'll work those in, and I think it'll be a fun way to kind of make it practical application. Laura's so good. Like I now, when she starts the process, I immediately go down. What I call go down. Like I get to a level of meditation very quickly now, and all of you can too. And that feeling feels really good. Feels really good.
I don't know how we can what we can do to make ourselves available for sharing information privately. Maybe I can add an email address on the descriptions on this YouTube video, because will be more than happy to send by email the PDF with the
Oh,
72 descriptions, so that way
yeah,
you
that's
can
a great
have.
idea. That's a great idea. And also, they can go to your Facebook page, correct? If
Yes, they can go to the Facebook page, and the link is there. But if you want just to get like a quick answer, just send us an email. Information is going to be on descriptions, and we'll be happy to reply and send you the PDF with the 72 definitions. Although you can find them online if you look for them, there's some information online. We have our own, but you can also get some. There's pretty much the same.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, I think this is a great one, and we'll solve getting all the information in one place shortly, and then everybody can access it and feel great about it.
Sounds good.
All
Thank you.
right. Thank you. Great job, Laura. You have a great day.
Bye.